terror, by the terror, by the terror. Is it really?
What?
He'll join your crew.
Off we go to another adventure.
Doing
We'll let you discover that on your own.
And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
All right, PC, don't fail me now. Let's go, dude. There was no Halo. Oh, man.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios.
He's back.
You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here. And that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world?
Fortune, thank
but
you so
set
much
it
for the
in
5.
space,
What the heck?
Where you weren't really limited in where you could go.
Thank you, dude.
Or what you could
Thank
do.
you.
And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
Finally, man. Finally.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through
Wow.
and through,
Okay.
where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds.
Yo, chill.
Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
He did the thing.
We realistically simulate the galaxy around you.
That's sick, though.
Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person,
Wow.
and you can play it in first person.
Did they have tack sprinting? That was tack sprinting. He double sprinted.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a
Huge.
mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Dude, the classic location discovered. Oh, man. The slide. Ooh, nice hit markers. I like the hit markers. What the heck? Okay. All right. I like the gravity when they, like, the ragdolls. Nice. That looks pretty clean for, again, for a Bethesda game. That's pretty
We
clean.
do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up. And you can view all that in your data menu.
Oh my
This
God.
is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits.
So there's a lot of stuff behind
to
my face
food.
cam,
We
chat.
just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship,
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
and
Nice.
he can even say your name.
Wait,
Let's
what?
head out.
What the hell? wait, hey, whoa. Welcome back, JC.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship.
Nice.
Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where
Like it.
everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource-heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy.
What?
Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away.
What?
This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones.
And then you have to find
But
a
for
Mass
now,
Effect
we'll
relay,
plot a
and
course
then
to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
my God. That is nuts, dude. Like,
Welcome to UC Space.
wow.
Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
Wow, that's so cool you appear right outside of it. That's so
Scan
sick.
complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
There's outposts.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
My God.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Dude, I don't know how we're gonna, like, I think 2023 is gonna go down like as one of the greatest in
Welcome
history.
to Constellation. We have a lot to talk
Like,
about.
this is
By the
insane,
time you
dude.
meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy,
Cool.
and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you.
That's some Forerunner stuff if I've ever seen
The
it.
artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my God. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader.
Dr. Halsey.
Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noelle, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter,
a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Man.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
Nice. Hours
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Hey, Borderlands.
The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
Ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
I can already tell
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Settled Systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
Hell
If
yeah.
you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Dude, I love all the factions. It's so sick. Yep, there you go.
Ryujin
There
is
you go.
hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Huge Mass Effect vibes.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers.
What?
All heathens shall be made dust in time.
What?
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
The Red Mile. The Crimson
They
Fleet.
think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
Wow.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience.
Wow.
But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
Oh, I'm excited, man.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities. And by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Cool. That's awesome.
Hey, come on. Come on. Okay, take it easy.
God dang, that looks
You
good.
were out cold.
That looks
no
really
physical
good.
damage. Mentally, the jury's still out.
Have you guys ever seen it, like...
You know who you are?
Like, this looks so
New
good.
recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
That little noise.
Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more
You
to
can
offer
switch your
than
walk
ever
style?
before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in.
Okay. Explorer, diplomat.
Backgrounds give you a bit of
Cyber
backstory
runner.
and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to
That looked like
You know, the crew
perks.
still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages.
What?
You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
Is it really?
What?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts.
Stream
if you're willing to
snipe
put up with his
mechanic.
constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
Pizza. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
What?
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you.
Mercenaries,
No
you
matter what
randomly
you
get stream
choose,
sniped.
There'll be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
Adoring
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Oh no. Oh, that's so cool though. That's so cool. That I love hearing about this. More RPG mechanics.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took
Wow.
what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system.
What do you mean?
Each time you level up, you get a skill point.
Okay.
Which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Right.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges
Oh my god,
associated
it's
with
like
that
pro
skill.
perks.
Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
Wow. Wow.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Hell yeah. Me too. I would get that as well.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Let's go, baby.
Dude,
I
that was
love
a
it.
lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie, and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player.
Me.
I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
We call that the Black Ops 3. Combat looks really good.
I like blowing stuff up.
For a game like this, the combat looks really good. Looks really good. Like, it looks a lot better than the last preview. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that. It looks a lot more polished already.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Whoa. Okay.
Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
But how do I have the time to play this video game? That's gonna be the biggest challenge.
It's all out there.
That's insane, but like...
Ultimately,
what?
It's about rewarding your curiosity. Because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Wow.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Stop.
And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here. And you have two ways to do that.
Oh my god.
You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything from the systems to the look and layout.
Tears of the Kingdom players are
adding a new habitat module can give you more room
mouth.
for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want.
It's like saturation, brightness.
The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
You gotta wonder what BioWare's doing with Mass Effect. You know what I mean? Like what are they gonna do with their ship
Our
stuff?
modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
No, that's not odd.
The HMS Platypus, as I called it.
That's like every Halo
where
vehicle
it had
is an
a
animal.
giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
Optimus? Optimus?
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Dude, companions?
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready.
What happens if you make a small ship? Where do they go?
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
What if my ship is like a 4x4 box?
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship?
Dude, they have like perks. Behind my face cam, there's like perks for every
Assign
person
crew
they're
to your
talking
ship
to.
or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
That's
I still
crazy,
want to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
But with what time?
And now, let's take to the sky.
This is such a good showcase for them. Like, this is by far the best Starfield showcase they've had. Like, this looks insane. This looks insane, dude. Like, oh my god.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons.
It looks like Halo Reach.
It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
They've thought of like everything.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
You like move the like you actually
You
change
should
it on the
always
fly.
be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Like, this is so
Unlocking
cool.
The targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Yo, VATS, but in space? Kind of? VATS hybrid? Oh, that's so cool. That's so freaking cool.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, dude. Oh, that's what I would do. Can you take
Once
their
you've
ship
taken
for
control
yourself?
of an enemy ship, it's yours.
I
Add
asked,
to your fleet and retrieve it.
I
at
asked
any
the
spaceport.
question and they answered immediately. I said, can I
But
take
space
that?
is way more than fighting for your life.
Holy hell, you can take anybody's ship.
Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure.
That's so cool.
Like these massive star yards.
What?
Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance.
And then kill them all. And take it.
Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all these sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking
That
for a little
transition.
human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
What?
The thing I love
Skyrim
most about
Grandma.
Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy.
How are
we
they?
want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder.
I want to know how they track
And
quests.
sometimes a little fear.
Wow.
We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Dude.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care in
That's
designing this
clean.
case as we did the watch. Our
That's
attention to detail in the
clean.
game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism.
That's
authentic,
really clean.
heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and
Oh, I
the
love that.
overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
That is awesome.
Oh, and hey, take this.
That's awesome.
You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
I love useful.
We actually have
collector's
something
edition.
else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition
That's clean.
Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Also clean. I still use an Xbox controller on PC all the time, and would love to use one that's like just really cool looking. Wow. The watch is such a good idea. Such a good idea. It feels very personal too. And you don't have to watch. You don't have to like wear it every day. You know, like some people have watches for. Some people own like a $2,000 watch. You know what I mean? Like some people like want the what is it? The ice, as Chop would
In
say.
every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy.
Crazy.
So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Awesome.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
What? Huh? Because of the way they procedurally generate some stuff. That's so interesting. I can't get over how the combat just looks way better than last time. It looks a lot better. Like, the gun sounds are nice. Like it looks clean, dude.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
Dude, the thing that's crazy
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Like, you're gonna spend a
When
full
we were
day on one
concepting these
planet.
creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
How do you do that on 1,000
When it
planets?
comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Wow. Guys, this is insane, dude.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet.
Is
And
Preston
the habitat
around?
modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves.
Awesome.
So that way you can really plan your structures and what
Awesome.
the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much
Wow.
easier.
I mean, now you see why this game took so long to make. You know what I mean? Like, it's unreal how much depth they have into just creating that player fantasy. Just getting the player to feel like this is their journey. This is everything you want
Add
to make.
crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
Hell yeah.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid.
I can tell, because I played Fallout 4 recently, and
it just feels great.
This looks way better than Fallout 4's combat.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than, I want to say, any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around.
I want to get to a planet where I feel
and
the weight.
for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
There was a dash there.
Zero
Did y'all see
gravity
that?
environments pose a different challenge.
There was a dash.
Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns,
That's
maybe
me.
you prefer something bigger.
Holy, dude.
Starfield's got you covered.
Like, that's pretty clean, man. Also, there was a lot of weapons in that weapon wheel. Did y'all see that? There was like, at least like 10 weapons he was carrying. Wow. This looks really good, man. I'm not even expecting crazy combat in this game, but it looks pretty good. Wow. Wow. What?
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. Dude. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
Cool.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
Heck yeah.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and, wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets.
The day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom.
The ending.
Beskip.
The
obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout.
Oh, that's...
I love, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
Space Last of Us.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title,
Absolutely.
but on a much bigger scale.
It's a good way. That's a good final statement.
On behalf of all of us,
Wow.
we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Wow. That was one of the most in-depth showcases they could have possibly done for it. It comes out this year. Again, September 6th, 2023. Wow. How in the world is this game real? Like, how? In a lot of ways, I'm still like cautiously optimistic because I'm like, I don't like, it's almost hard to even know how all that's going to feel unless I play the game for myself. Like, I'm 100% going to get Starfield. It's one of those games where I'm going to get, like, no matter what. But I'm just like, the thing that, I think the thing that wowed me the most, there's so many things in that discussion that wowed me. The thing that really wowed me, let me like scroll back, the different companions and the different perks that you bring to the table and additional perks that you can have and all this kind of thing. Like, let me just like let's just turn it off for a second. But like, it's like, oh, okay, you're a hunter background, right? So then you have these random encounters with people where you might be able to get the edge on the conversation, or you find a companion out on a planet that has these two perks that could be really useful on your ship, or you could bring them back with you for some other thing. Like, there was a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh my God, like, everybody's playthrough is probably going to be different. Like, again, it's behind my face cam, so let me show you really fast. But do you guys see on the right that you guys didn't see this on, if you're watching the stream on mine, because my face cam was covering it. But like, all these NPCs that they kept showing in this section, they have like, look, they have like 3 perks to them. It's like, oh, you talk to this guy, he has like 3 perks that could help you. You talk to, you know, another NPC, like, let's see. Yeah, like this guy, I don't know. Like, this is if you have kids stuff, you might be able to be good with family or something like that. Let's see if it shows. Like, but yeah, like, I just thought that was so good because, you know, I enjoyed Fallout 4 a lot, but I don't feel like Fallout 4 gave me the same sense of freedom in terms of like faction aligning and just that, like, that RPG, like, do whatever I want to do. I don't like, New Vegas is still like the best in my mind. And New Vegas was Obsidian, right? I love Fallout 3 though. I think Fallout 3, like, obviously Fallout 3 Skyrim as well, but like Fallout 4, I just feel like it wasn't as in depth as they're discussing right here. The way they are describing how all this works is like so much more in depth than I got with that game. And I love it. Like, I think this is what they needed to talk about. Like, show me why, as a Bethesda fan, what is the depth of this RPG? What is the way that I can create my own story? Well, you can create your own story, JC, by teching into all these, literally the tech tree, but like teching into all these different skill points that all have these different levels and ranks. Like, look at this. Like, you go in, like, this is one thing, security. Literally, there's 4 different ranks on just one perk. It's like literally like perk pro times 4, right? So you can keep on like upgrading individual perks. You don't just get a perk, you upgrade it even more if you want. But then there's like all these other, like, look, this one tab that they showed had like what? Let's see if they go into it again. There's a physical, a social, a combat, a science, and a tech. I don't know if there's any more in that, but on the screen, there's at least 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 perks in just tech alone. 18 times 5, like, you know, like, let's just say 20 times 5, that's about 100 perks at least. And then you can go in and level up individual perks even more to like a pro status. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of things that you can spec into. And not to mention, that's not including the background stuff and those little extra details that they said you could add to your character as well that make more encounters different and exciting and akin to how your character actually how you want it to be, right? So I don't know if I'm explaining this super well, but like from what I'm seeing, I'm like, dude, there's a lot here where my journey on this game is going to be very different than Liam playing this game or Chop playing this game. And that is what I want to see. And not to mention the fact you can customize your ship fully, you can customize an outpost. Like imagine you have an outpost on Mars or a planet like Mars in some other galaxy or not galaxy in some other solar system. And you're like, yo, I'm going to make my outpost over here and no one else, like there's a chance that not a single one of you guys in chat makes an outpost on the same planet that I do. That's so interesting to me. Like the content and like the, I think of things with content brain rot a little bit because I come from YouTube and stream and all this kind of stuff over the years, but I really do think it's going to be so cool if this game is how they are describing it. It is going to be so cool seeing how everybody's playthroughs are. You know what I mean? Like, this may be one of the most interesting games to watch on stream because people are going to be doing drastically different things and going to drastically different areas. Like, sure, you're going to be going to the main quest in certain parts, but when you're like out loose and exploring, like you watch, I don't know, like XQC play this game compared to me playing this game compared to like someone else playing, like it's going to be completely different. At least where you go and what you do and what you're excited about probably. And maybe even towards the combat and what you spec into and just the personality of your character. Like in a way, this game seems to be like doing a lot of what like Cyberpunk promised. And that's really exciting because if they can nail it, we're in for something really, really special. Like I remember like the hype for Cyberpunk 2077 and feel like the way that they talked about it was like, oh dude, you literally are going to make this your own character. Like V is your own person. You're going to be able to really, really play as how you want. And this looks like that same promise, but in space and with vast amount of planets. I will say my big concern, not really like I don't want to be super negative because I'm just excited for video games, man. You guys know me. Like I'm like, I've been a dev myself. So like I get so stoked just seeing the work of all these talented people coming together in some sort of way. But my big thing that I'm like curious, and I don't know if it's concerned, I don't know, is how are they going to track quests in this game? How are you going to remember what you're doing? You know what I mean? Because if I get lost and I go on like this, 50-hour side adventure, like when I go to a planet in this game, how long am I going to stay there? And how long am I going to sit on that planet and completely forget about the main quest or a side quest that I have on another planet? You know what I mean? Like, and not only just that, like, I'm curious. I know you guys are saying with a quest tracker, but how are you going to, like, I want to see how that, like, I want to see the UI for the quest tracker. Like, I have a side quest that's telling me to go to this solar system over here. How does that look in the UI? How do they like recap what you did on some other planet over there? What does the markers even look like on the screen? Like that might be one of the only questions that I like didn't really get an answer to in this preview is I'm like, how are they going to like track all of these things? Like, cause in Fallout and stuff like that, they sort of show you like, you get all these like trackers for like all the outposts you discover and things like that. If there's like 1,000 things to discover, 1,000 planets to discover in this game, where does that sit in the UI? You know what I mean? Like where like when I open up the menus of this game, every time do I discover a new outpost, does that go on to show like a side quest thing of this solar system? Like with like I just no idea. I'm just overall, I think that was a phenomenal showcase by Xbox. I had no expectation other than Starfield, and Starfield was like 30 minutes at least? That was crazy.